Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to the Creatively Innovative channel. If you're new here, we're all about helping you elevate your power washing business and also increase the potential of your Google ads. So today we're going to show you how to create a landing page that actually converts on those clicks. Let's get right into it. First things first, I want to help us understand what a landing page actually is. So it's a standalone web page where your potential customers land after they click on an advertisement. It's a little bit different than a website because it's just a single page Cliff Notes action-packed version of a website. Rather than the potential client clicking around a bunch of tabs, going through all of your service pages and things like that, they get all the information they need in one simple page that they just scroll on. It's got plenty of pictures, call to actions. It's very simple and professional, and that's really the whole goal of it. So as we can see here, I've pulled up kind of an example of a landing page for you. You know, we're all familiar with how people are trying to sell knowledge in all these online courses. So here's an example of an online course landing page. And then in the future, you know, we'll go through how you can make this a pressure washing landing page and how you can start converting on some clicks. So as we can see here, first things first, there's a large picture to grab your attention. Not only that, but there is this is where your good title that, you know, grabs their attention and has some SEO terms in it would be. So a title here, you got your logo, you got a large photo over here on the right, and then most importantly, you have call to actions. So this register now button, this is enticing the potential customer who just clicked on your advertisement to actually register into your program. It's very important that you implement these call to actions. Otherwise, you're just feeding them information and there's nothing they want to do with it, right? So I actually also like that in this section here, they're using a bit of a countdown strategy, another important thing that I'll talk about in a second, but they're saying, hey, let's meet February 12th at 6:30. This seems like a bit of a difficult thing to implement because you'd have to update it regularly or find a way to do so, but it does give people a little bit of that urgency and a little bit of the scarcity, like, hey, let's get that meeting booked, or, you know, in our case, let's go get a quote on your house, right? So and as soon as possible. Those types of countdown timers, those, you know, those time constrained variables make people actually click on those call to actions a little bit quicker. So that's very important. Another thing I'd like to note is all of the metrics down below. They see, you know, 200 plus courses, 15 plus thousand followers, 10 years of experience, all of this type of stuff you get to see as soon as you land on their page. And it's like, wow, they have some, you know, experience. They're a good company. You know, you're already building that rapport with the potential client just in the first 3 to 5 seconds of them landing on the page. From there, this is where, you know, the potential client will start actually scrolling down and get some more information about your services. Do you do soft washing, power washing? What type of chemicals do you use? What type of surfaces do you clean? All those sorts of things. That's important to start putting in these sections so they can still, rather than clicking on a full page and getting a full service page, they can still get the information they need about your service that you're offering them, but it's in a more condensed version so they just get it super quickly. As we can see here, still got some call to actions. You want those to be littered throughout the page. And then we have some cool, like 1, 2, 3. This happens, you know, in 3 steps. This is what we offer. Again, another countdown timer trying to get people to, you know, give you a call as soon as possible. You know, you don't typically have those on all of the pages of a website. So now you can see why a landing page is so important. Another nice little touch here is meeting the team. So for example, if you're a family owned and operated business, throw your family in there, a little story, nothing too long, but just like, hey, here's this person, here's this person, here's this person. We run the business. This is who we are. And this is what we've done. It gives a nice little touch, builds some rapport just off of that first page. So as you can see here, another important part is the testimonials. You want to be throwing all of your reviews in there, you know, review counts, and then you want to be highlighting a few of your top reviews because, you know, we've seen specifically that reviews can make a big difference in your conversion rates, you know, if you're tracking those in Google Ads. So I would make sure you have some reviews in there. Bottom line, you want call to actions, you want reviews, you want pictures, and you want nice, enticing, unique selling points. So for example, if you have a 1-year guarantee on your wash, Throw that in there. It makes a big difference. So that's kind of an example of a landing page. Obviously, we all know what a multi-page website looks like, but here's a little example of that. This is a bit of a yoga class or whatever it might be, but there's tons of, there's information on here, but scrolling, I only get so much. And then I'm going through, now I'm meeting the people, now I'm seeing the services. There's just a whole lot more that goes into it, and it does not convert traffic quite as fast. So I wanted to show you how we can get this landing page into a pressure washing landing page, one that's specific to your business, that's going to drive traffic to your business. So here's a little bit of a little run through. So let's just do this really quick to show you how we can kind of put one of these together. The software that we use is called Landingy. I'll actually drop their link in the description below for a little bit of a promotion in case you want to reach out to Landingy if you want to sign up for their services, because they do a great job. They have all the templates you might need and all those sorts of things. But I'm going to show you how to create a quick landing page that will might potentially work for your business on here on Landingy. So first things first, we need to create that first section, that very initial thing that the potential client sees, usually with pictures, good titles, and then those call to action. So let's build that together right here. So let's add a section in. Let's throw in, I kind of like this. I always like those big picture hero sections. So obviously we're going to want to change this image to something where it's more applicable to our clientele. So let's say we're watching some cool houses. Sure, why not? A little bit of a more fancy modern house, but that's all right. So let's get this thing, let's fill it in here. We want to center it. So this is kind of going to be the start of our first page. Now here you want it to say, a little bit of a unique selling point. Maybe you just are the best power washing company in the area. So you could even do like best local. There's tons of little things here, and that's another thing that's important when you're hiring somebody with a little bit of experience, is they know what to add in there for the SEO services. But nonetheless, let's I kind of want this to be on two different lines. So here we're throwing our heading in here. Okay, nice. Now we're going to move that up. I kind of like them to show up just a little bit away from the picture. Now here is where you'd add a description, a little bit more about your service. Like, do you have a million reviews? Something crazy like that. Throw that in the description, something a little nice there. So another thing we need is a call to action bar. These are pretty important because this will scroll along with the client as they go through their page. So I kind of like this header here. Let's toss this in. So obviously this right here, this section, this is where you would be putting your logo. So you want to make sure that when somebody is clicking on your advertisement, they know what business they're even looking at. So put your logo there. Let's make this your business colors. Let's say our colors are blue and gold, whatever that might be. So this background's fine. We could probably change some things there, but that's all right. So let's center these buttons. Another important thing, make sure we have these buttons up here. We want this to be like click to get a quote. So let's say get a quote now. And this button, so with this header here, we want to pin this header. So this header, what we're going to see from here is that, so we'll move that down a little bit. We could even move this down a little bit more. Nice, that looks good. Cool, so this header that we're seeing up here, this is going to travel with the person. So the entire time they're looking at your landing page, they're going to be seeing these call to action buttons. Typically what I don't really like throwing, too many extra things on here in the heading, but let's say this is a call us now button. So this button, maybe it links to a telephone number. So then you can, as soon as they click that button, it calls them. And then this button links to a form that we're going to be putting later on. But key takeaway here is have a scrolling header, so the call to actions is always tracking with them. Anyways, got the headline, got the descriptions. Now we need a call to action and a countdown timer that I keep, alluding to. So cool, we already got a button here. I kind of want this to be a little bit better of a color. So let's bring this to that dark blue that we have up there. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like the yellow a little bit more. Sorry about that. So let's throw that yellow in here. A little bit brighter. Cool. All right. So now that we got the button, let's throw in a countdown. So we got a counter timer here. Nice. Let's go up. Let's set a style. Boom. Get that style. Let's make this no background. So, you know, there's tons of things you can do with this, obviously, but we'll just kind of throw in something real quick for now. Anyways, here is a box. Let's get this around our things here. Let's throw this back a layer. Cool. Let's throw a border on there. Why not? Make that a little darker. Nice. Cool. Like that. Round the corners. Make it look a little bit more bubbly. Why not? Okay. So now we need something to get their attention and be like, hey, why should I schedule a free session? Or, you know, in our case, why should I get a quote? Well, the reason you should get a quote is because, for example, it was just recently Memorial Day. So let's say we have a Memorial Day sale. So we'll throw in a Memorial Day sale. Super exciting stuff. Let's say you get $75 off, you know, for a limited time. So let's throw this in here. I'm going to center that, make it a little bit bigger. Boom. Oops. Off. Premium services. Cool, something like that. Obviously, you'd want to make this look a little bit nicer, but just for demonstration purposes, throw that in there. So we kind of have that locked in to just give them an idea of like, yo, you should get a quote now because we're offering this $75 off coupon for only so long. You should jump on it. And that'll get them to call you a little bit quicker. Now below, what we would do is we want to add, remember that metric section we were looking at earlier? Maybe this is a good time to throw in some, this even says numbers. So perfect. Let's throw in some of our numbers. So let's throw in some of our numbers. Maybe you have been around since, you know, the 1900s. Maybe it's a long-lasting family business. Let's go ahead and get that in there. Maybe you've served over 5,000 customers over the years. Let's do that. You know, let's get that information in here. So as soon as somebody jumps on this page, they're like, oh man, like this is a well-rooted business. You know, even if you're a new business, this type of stuff can be important. You know, instead of throwing in some numbers, we could throw in like we use a special chemical that no other business uses. Whatever it might be, just go ahead, throw unique selling points in there, and then we would throw in our services. So what services do we offer? Well, maybe we offer roof cleaning, window cleaning, concrete cleaning, you know, whatever it might be, we'll throw our services in there. So let's scoot this up a little bit. Nice. So now we have our services. With our services, though, this is where we need to have a form. We need to have a place for somebody that's on our website to start adding, you know, to start submitting a form to actually get a quote from you. So what we would do is we would just add a form here, maybe throw in a name, phone number, a checkbox, kind of move these around a little bit. What this is going to be is, do they want a pressure washing service? So they can just go ahead and check that box. Nice. So we have a little simple form. Obviously, you'll add everything that you need in here, but just for demonstration purposes, this is where, you know, we want to start throwing in some forms. We want to start getting them to actually, you know, reach out to you. So right now, what we have is a pretty basic landing page. We have your brand. So they have some brand awareness. We have what you're offering, the specific service of this landing page. Then we have a countdown to get people to actually start clicking on your, actually start getting a quote or clicking on your form as soon as possible. Then we have some numbers of why you over anyone else. And then we talk about our services and how great they are. On top of that, you know, we could finish it up however you want. Maybe they'll just throw a little footer in there. Cool. This is nice. Let's throw that in there. Maybe it has your social medias. Obviously terrible, kind of a cool color, I suppose, but terrible for this purpose. So let's change this color a little bit just so we're not burning our eyes. All right, cool. So you got your social medias. Maybe you still have some more contact information, and then you have your logo here. But this is it's pretty easy to set up these landing pages. There's lots of details you need to get done. But you know, if you know what you're doing and getting those call to actions, those contrasting colors, that's really all you need. in conclusion, really what I think the next most important piece is make sure it's optimized for mobile. All of us use mobile phones, so you want to make sure that these landing pages can actually be seen on mobile. So right now we can see this is a jumbled mess. Well, let's go over to a landing page I made earlier for an example. So we can see here, we've got the top here, we've got the picture of maybe some of our work, and then we have the Memorial Day sale. We have our reviews, so you definitely want to throw some testimonials in there. Then we have our form, then we have some benefits of why they should choose you. And then here is our mobile page. So it's really important to have a clean mobile page because a lot of your customers are actually going to be searching from their mobile phone. So don't forget about that. Make sure you have a mobile optimized landing page. So as we can see here, optimized for mobile, they can give you a call, they can submit a form, they can see how good you are and why they should choose you. And then once they do that, you can go ahead and create a thank you page. So when they fill out the form, they can go ahead and hit that thank you page, and it's just like, hey, thanks for reaching out to us, we'll get back to you soon. And then from there, the landing page can take you to the sales funnel process, and you can start closing those jobs. But really, you want your landing page to be concise, persuasive, and it should clearly articulate what your business is doing for that person. But just remember, a lot of your customers are, going to be on their phone, so make sure you also have mobile device, accessibility set up. But it's all about making it easy for your potential customers to understand why they should choose your service. Then you should make it even easier for them to actually book a call with you, book an appointment, schedule a quote, make it easy for them. But all in all, that's basically it. Just wanted to show you how to get a landing page set up for your pressure washing business, something that can take advantage of those clicks. Because if you're going to be spending money on those clicks, you want to be converting that traffic. So I really hope that, that helped you. If you found this video helpful at all, don't forget to hit that like button, share it, subscribe to our channel for more tips, and see how you can grow your pressure washing business. Thanks, guys.